My name is Jennifer Penrose, owner of Penrose and Associates Physical Therapy, and today I want to talk to you about the anti-inflammatory diet. So basically what it is you are trying to avoid foods that increase inflammation systemically. So we know that certain foods, when you put them in your gut, the foods in general, bacteria is in your stomach and GI system, and the foods you eat can either cause bacteria to increase inflammation or suppress it. So foods that are high in fat, like fast foods, processed foods, starches, sugars, alcohol, all of those things tend to increase systemic inflammation. And eating things more along colorful vegetables, your reds, orange, yellows, and your leafy greens are more of an anti-inflammatory diet, and whole grains and some nuts, not too much because that can kind of increase your fat intake, but nuts are good, just like a handful is fine. And fish and berries are good, and that anti-inflammatory diet is really also very high in antioxidants, which help with oxidative stress and the inflammation in your system. So they basically have found in the literature that that is a good, healthy diet, and most nutritionists are going to tell you that's better for you. So I think most of us have heard to eat that way, but whether or not we choose to do that consistently is another matter. It is sometimes hard to get half your plate full of fruits and vegetables, mostly vegetables, because fruit does have more sugar, but natural sugar. So if that's a really hard thing for you to do, basically the CDC and the American Medical Journal is recommending that adults supplement. So how do you know if your nutrition plan is working or if your supplement is working? Is to get what is called an antioxidant score. And it's basically, we have a biophotonic scanner that uses Raman spectroscopy, which won the Nobel Peace Prize back in 1930, Raman spectroscopy. And it's mainly been used in labs and universities since then. And now it's more getting out into more provider offices to screen people for antioxidants, because it used to be where you just could only get a blood test for it. But the Yale Cancer Center did a 10-year study using Raman spectroscopy and seeing what your antioxidant score was, and it's more valid than a blood test. So it's quick, it's painless, it's affordable. We have it here as a way to screen people for their overall kind of a biomarker for health, is what the Yale Cancer Center called it, because most people are more concerned about cancer. Chronic inflammation in your system is linked to Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, cancer, arthritis, depression. So it is something to really pay attention to in your younger years, in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, so that you don't end up with some of those things later on, 60s, 70s, and so on, and have a more quality, longer life. So we're starting to implement that scanner. If you're wanting to know more about it, please reach out. We'll give you the details. I'm happy to discuss that further with you. So again, it's real affordable. It's cheaper than a blood test by a long shot. So, and it takes about a minute to do, and it gives you some good information on your nutrition plan and what kind of inflammatory state you're in. So happy to help. Leave your comments and questions below. Talk to you next time. Thanks.